In this video, I'm going to explain how we managed to reach the damage cap on DEMOLYSTS as a duo. This project was a lot of fun, and initially the goal was to achieve the highest damage possible. But after our first run, that wasn't min-max at all, we realized that the damage cap was at reach. I got a new Zaw, rolled a Riven for it, and we went in with a plan on polished builds. My role was to play Ivara and set up the Navigator projectile, while Haxboy and Ash had to buff me, Lockdown, Primer and Armor Strip the DEMOLYSTS. The Exodia Contagion projectile was buffed by Ash Smoke Shadow Augment to allow us to get consistent red crits, Roar Helminth Subsumed ability, Empower Helminth ability, and finally a Nidus Spectre Parasitic Link buffing the headshot damage of Prowl and the damage multiplier of Navigator driving the projectile in DEMOLYSTS domes. We both modded Prime Shuffled, Rolling Guard, Prime Flow, and Arcane Energize for perfect quality of life. We decided to both mod Steel Charge Aura to buff the Contagion projectile. Haxboy and Ash was playing Uneru Operator School to Armor Strip with Caustic Strike. He had to buff me with Smoke Shadow and Roar. He modded Prime Continuity and Narrow Minded to allow his Smoke Screen to last for 20 seconds. Buffed his Roar using Umbral Intensify, Augur Secrets and Arcane Molt Augmented. He used Augur Secrets as he needed it for shield gating and said it's not necessary to go for Blind Rage on Ash. I actually agree with his point of view, but the tryhard I am would go for Blind Rage instead, and even remove Stretch for Augur Secrets to give the highest buff possible. On Ivara I was running Naramon Operator School to have an easy time keeping my combo counter. To buff Navigator and Prowl I went for the maximum strength possible, modding Umbral Intensify, Energy Conversion, Blind Rage, Transient Fortitude, Augur Secrets and Arcane Molt Augmented. To reach the highest damage multiplier in time on Navigator I went for as low duration as possible, modding Fleeting Expertise. With our setup the damage multiplier of Navigator goes up to 31x. Finally, my subsume ability of choice was Empower, as it seemed to be enough damage to reach our goal, and I didn't know how to test if the projectile caught by the Navigator would fully benefit from Eclipse or Xata's Whisper. As a primer weapon, this is the Epitaph build we used: Viral, Hit, as much multi-shot as possible, more status chance and status duration, lethal momentum for projectile speed, and the mandatory Arcane Secondary Encumber for even more status effects on the target. For my Zaw, I went for a Crunch, Corb, Vargi2 Ruang setup, and we managed to get this beautiful Riven for it. Damage to Grenier and critical damage with Armless Negative was the best option we opted for, and we actually rolled it. We also knew that Viral does 75% increased damage on cloned flesh enemies, so this is the first thing I modded on my Zaw. Condition Overload works on Exodia Contagion projectile direct hit, so we definitely want that. We pushed our critical chance modding Blood Rush, and finally further multiplied our damage modding Prime Smite Grenier, Organ Shatter and Gladiator Might. Subscribe.